Oh, hey, are you ready for week 2 of the self-care challenge? Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back to Keeping Your Heart. My name is Renee, and I'm so glad that you're here. If this is your first time, I welcome you and invite you to subscribe down below and check the little bell so that you can be notified anytime I'm live or have uploaded a video. If you're returning and you haven't subscribed yet, this is a great time to do it, so please do so below. So Keeping Your Heart, we are about the practices and ways that we can stay alongside people so we can engage our hearts and our whole selves in a way that's sustainable. So we've been in this series of self-care practices for a little bit for this month of March 2019. So if you are joining us for that challenge, just want to remind you that you can download the list. There'll be more information at the end of the video about how you can participate and be entered for a drawing for your own mini retreat. So let's just get to this next part of the next 7 practices. So as you may have seen before, we went through practices 1 through 7 for week number 1, and now for week number 2, we're going through practices 8 through 14. Here's the thing, you can do these in any order that you like, so we're just reviewing those for those who like to have it and do it in order, but you do what works for your life. Some of these will be easier for you to do on the weekend and some during the week. This is about your self-care. This is about you discovering the things that are going to help you sustain. So don't feel any pressure on our end. This is just to help you to discover which self-care practices need to be added, removed, or adjusted in your routine so that you can stay in this, okay? So let's start. Practice number 8, taking a walk during lunch, or after dinner. Okay, so you can take a walk whenever you want to, but I was just looking at some ways that might be a natural break before you go to the next thing, a good time to get some outdoor time, some fresh air. What you can do during this time is breathe, walk, hear the sound of your feet hitting the pavement. Maybe this is a great time to take some time with a loved one that is someone you're not providing care for, and walk on the street or on the sidewalk or in a park or one of those things. But taking time to notice the outside surroundings, the nature around you, just to have a new perspective, plus it's really good for your body to get up and moving. So see if that is something that works out for you today. Number 9, find a fun DIY, do it yourself, on YouTube and see if you're inspired to try it out. YouTube, as you know, is great for finding all kinds of DIY projects and things that may be creative and fun for you. Maybe you'll find something that solves a problem that you've been having for a while, or something that's just fun. So I'll have one of these up as well on day number 9 for you. That might be something that's inspiration, but finding creativity or a new way of solving problems helps to remind you that you have creativity and you are a problem solver, and that helps you in the midst of difficult times to remember that you have ways in your brain of working things out. Day 10, meal prep for the week. I know this one's a little bit of a daunting task, and so I'm saving it for Sunday setup because you'll need a little bit of time to do that. So what that requires is some planning. So looking ahead at the week, what are the days that you're going to be there for meal times? What are the times that you're going to be with someone else? How many people are in your family? What's your budget look like for the week? So this does take a little bit of time. But when we do this, we find that we don't have as much stress in the morning when we are preparing to get everyone out the door or get ourselves taken care of during that time. It's much easier for the end of the night when you don't have to answer the question of what are we having for dinner? What are we having for dinner? What are we having for dinner? And there might be all sorts of creative ways that you can communicate that. So we will have a Sunday setup meal prep plan for you that we will present this week and show you a little bit about our organization system of how we communicate that so that we make sure that everybody knows there's food, there's a plan, and we do build in a little bit of flexibility because sometimes things change. So enjoy that one. Day 11, find or create a resiliency object. Sometimes we need something that we can focus on that will remind us that we can do the hard thing. So whether that is a piece of paper with something written on it, a picture, a photograph of a loved one, a note that someone wrote us that reminds us how strong we are and how we've overcome things. I have one person I work with who uses painted rocks, that she carries one in her pocket that has a saying on it that helps her to remember that she is grounded. The smoothness of the stone is really helpful for her and it brings her back. So maybe as she is going into fight, flight, or freeze, she can grasp that stone and be reminded to come back into her body and that she's strong and can overcome this. So that is what a resiliency object is. So you can look on Pinterest or other resources for those resiliency objects. If I find anything great, I'll put it down in the comments below, and I will be working on providing that tool on the Etsy store and on my website for you in the near future. Number 12, try a new recipe. Hey, maybe there's something that you have really wanted to try. It's a childhood favorite, or it's something that you saw on a cooking show, or a friend had it and you really enjoyed it, or you tried it, or have always wanted to try this recipe. So why not take the time and actually do that? Reading the instructions, planning ahead, touching the food, smelling the smells, creating something, tasting something great. Those are all things that help to remind you that there are lots of beautiful things out in the world and that you are creative and that you can finish a project from beginning to end. This is important for us when we are walking alongside people who have chronic illnesses or who've been suffering and it's been a long time. There doesn't seem to be an end. There are milestones that we can get to, but we know that this is a really long marathon, and so completing these projects, especially for things that sustain us and to bring us joy, are really important for helping us to continue in the journey. Number 13, make a coffee or tea or whatever you like date with somebody that makes you laugh. Remembering that you have connections, that people who care about you, that there is laughter and joy to be had in the world, plus it's really nice to take a break and be in another space. So if you're an introvert, this one may not be for you, but I have a suggestion. I have had a coffee date over the internet with someone or on the phone. So if you want it, you can try that type of thing. Maybe FaceTime or Skyping or however you do that. If that's even too much for you, maybe just texting someone a note while you're drinking a cup of coffee and asking a couple people to tell you a joke, that might suffice as well. But anything to help you take a break, take care of yourself, take a moment to breathe, and enjoy that cup of coffee or tea or whatever other beverage and connect with someone else could be lots of fun. And I wanted to throw in a little bit about coffee. I once had a pastor who said that coffee drinkers were the most grateful people in the world because you could see that when they pulled up their cup of coffee to their face the first thing in the morning and they smelled it, that's nothing but pure gratitude. So finding that thing that is in front of you that you can take a deep breath and experience a lot of gratitude and just reset yourself there, maybe even engaging in a little bit of breath practice, that's a good thing for this day. Number 14, another frou-frou one. So today is the day for facial or skincare. So that mask that's been hanging out in your cabinet, or that new scrub that you want to try, or whatever that thing is that you've been looking forward to that's a little treat for you, taking those 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, just prioritize yourself and say, this is my quiet time, whether I'm reading, while I'm taking a bath, while I'm laying down for a few moments and enjoying this, just taking that time, maybe doing a breath practice, listening to an audiobook, listening to music, another great time to light a candle. So yes, we have some frou-frou spa stuff. So this is the day to take care of the face. So there you go, practices 8 through 14 for you for week number 2 of the self-care challenge. I would love to hear down below, what is the thing that you want to try? What is the thing that you have no intention of trying, that there's no way it's going to happen? Or is there something that you want to try but you're not sure how to do it in your context? I would love to hear down below. Give me that comment. Don't forget to download the care plan for you, and you can check out a little bit more on the blog on reneemdupuis.com. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear down below if you have any questions as well. There's a couple of videos here. There's a couple of videos here, and you can subscribe on that little circle, which is either there or there. If you press that and subscribe. So thanks for checking in, and I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to keep your heart. Bye.